Is the bed ready? Thanks.
For some women, indoor tanning is a necessity.
I tan about every other day to every day.
Usually about twice a week.
These women are just 2 of the 28 million people who tan indoors annually in the United States. And while they know the risks are there, they still choose to tan. For Jordan Steen, celebrity images play a part.
When you see a superstar, you don't see very many that are pale. You see them that are glowing and radiant.
For Jill Thompson, it's just something she likes to do.
Everybody has a habit, so to speak, and a habit is usually not a good habit, and I guess this, if I have one, then this is it. So I try not to worry about it too much.
But according to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, there is reason to worry. In July of 2009, the agency concluded tanning devices that emit UV radiation are carcinogenic to humans, and also reported people who use tanning beds before the age of 35 increase their risk of melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer, by 75%. Last year alone, there were more than 68,000 new cases of melanoma diagnosed in the United States, and it's the second most common cancer in women 20 to 29 years old. Here in Iowa, about 82 people die of melanoma each year, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. One local doctor says he's only seen 1 case of melanoma in the past 2 years, but still recommends people check their skin regularly.
If you notice any mole that's changing, getting bigger, changing color, getting irregular in size or shape, those are warning signs. And if you've had previous tanning exposure, then you should definitely make that part of your annual exam, that you do a full skin exam.
While skin cancer is a serious health risk associated with these tanning beds, it's not the only one. What some people may not realize is their eyes could actually be at risk if they don't wear these safety goggles.
There's actually a lot of risks and dangers with indoor tanning. One is called photokeratitis. So what that is basically a sunburn on the eye. It's usually pretty short-lived, but what patients would experience would be red, itchy eyes, kind of a foreign body sensation, or sometimes people describe it like sand kind of feeling within the eye.
Walker says more serious eye problems that could occur from long-term UVA, UVB exposure include cataracts and vision loss. Studio 404 owner Melissa Blasberg admits there's a negative perception of indoor tanning, but says it also has advantages.
People are going to say that the tanning beds are bad. I guess we look at it as it's a controlled environment, and you can send your child out in the sun all day and not be able to regulate his exposure in the sun, where at least we can regulate how long somebody tans and how often they tan.
At Studio 404, the maximum amount of time someone can stay in the tanning bed is 20 minutes. Blasberg says those under 18 need their parents' permission, and everyone who tans must sign a consent form, which outlines all the risks. But these risks won't stop Jordan from tanning, even if it means potential skin cancer.
I'm not saying it won't happen to me. It could happen to me, but it's just a risk you take, I guess.
For CRI Weekly News, I'm Erica Lembo. Mahaska Health Partnership substance abuse counselor Allison Brown doesn't need to be told how serious prescription drug abuse is. In only 4 months, she's seen her fair share of people coming in seeking help.
Since early 2011, 1/3 of our admissions, our primary diagnosis is prescription pill dependence.
According to the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, prescription drug abuse is the second most common form of drug abuse in the nation, just behind marijuana. And a 2009 national survey on drug use and health found that more Americans currently abuse prescription drugs than cocaine, hallucinogens, and heroin combined. Officer Charlie Valentine with the Oskaloosa Police Department says prescription drug abuse is not only a problem in the United States, but right here in Mahaska County.
There's really not a week that goes by that I don't get some form of information of some form of prescription drug abuse or prescription drug diversion, where people are taking, medication in an improper way.
Local pharmacist Jane Nicholson agrees and says it's usually painkillers that people abuse.
I know that in the Oskaloosa area there's a lot of problems with people getting a hold of hydrocodone, which is a pain medication. A lot of kids get a hold of it through either maybe their parents' medicine or a friend's parents' medicine.
Easy availability, however, isn't the only reason why teens are at high risk for abusing prescription medications. According to Officer Valentine, certain myths are also to blame.
It's considered a safe drug because it's actually manufactured by a pharmaceutical company and not manufactured, say, in a trailer like methamphetamine or in another illicit manner. So there's this false sense of security that it's safe, but really if it's not prescribed to you, or if you're not taking it as directed, it can cause long-term damage.
There's stomach problems, liver damage, heart problems. It increases your risk for cancer, sleep issues.
These dangers are why National Take Back Day began. Last September, Americans turned in more than 242,000 pounds of prescription drugs in more than 4,000 sites. Although this is OPD's first year participating in National Take Back Day, residents have been able to turn in their prescriptions at Mahaska Drug since 2009.
Since I've been doing it, and I think we've had 3 or 4 boxfuls that we have shipped off from here, and so people can bring that in anytime, and then the pharmacists just take the medication and put it in the box.
Officer Valentine is hoping to collect more than that in just 4 hours next Saturday.
They gave us 5 containers and I'm hoping to fill them all.
For CRI Weekly News, I'm Erica Lembo.